get aggressive.
He's totally f***ing me up. Stay calm, okay? Stay cool, okay?
I race because of the passion that I have for the sport. I love the skill involved in driving because it's not just ultimate speed, it's strategy at the same time too.
You kind of get a rush off of it. When you're out there alone, you get kind of bored, but you got somebody right against you when you're chasing somebody. It's the kick, it's the rush, that's the best. I would rather win a race where I'm fighting the guy every corner, every lap, battling tooth and nail, and that's what the competition's all about.
It gets the adrenaline pumping. It's competitive spirit in all of us. You're in the moment. It's that pure element of just being one with the machine and concentrating on extracting the best performance out of both the car and yourself.
It's a drug. Some guys drink. Me, I like this sport.
Touring car, basically, it represents the car that 80% of the people could drive in the streets. We have Hondas, we have Tiburons, we have Solstices, BMWs, and all those kinds of cars.
They're more street production cars that you just strip out everything and make it as fast as you can on a racetrack. I find it's a lot cooler to run these cars because you're actually driving the same car that a lot of people are driving and watching on the street.
Everybody here has always been a car guy, and the opportunity to go out and compete, you get to measure yourself against other guys in equal equipment, and I think that's what's fun about this series.
The start is always very exciting. First 2-3 laps, because this is before the line starts to make up. Everybody finds their pace, and then you have to make it through the whole race, but to me it's a start.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. There's nothing else I'd rather do. I was coming here when I was like 12 years old, watching the cars go around. I think, oh, these guys are so cool, and I would never imagine we would have gotten here. It's a passion, and everybody here has it, and that's why we do it.
So what happened, I guess, is the first question, right?
The first question is that we're having a little bit of a snap oversteer with this car.
Okay.
So we tried new things on the setup, and as I was coming into 8, which is a fast sweeper, and as I came in, the car snapped a bit on me. So I cut it back, but by the time I needed to make the turn, then I was into the marbles. So now it snapped really good, and I just went backward into the wall.
What do you do now?
We fix the car, and we come back. In 3 weeks.
So how as a mechanic does it feel, though, to put all this work into the car in the first race of the season? This happens.
Each car has to go on track, whether it looks good or not. We make our best to make it right. That's what we do. Unless something really major happens, it's going to be driven tomorrow for sure. Dented cars still can go fast.
So you crashed yesterday, we talked to you yesterday. Is the car ready to race this afternoon?
The car's ready to race. Fortunately, we hit the tire wall in turn 8, but the suspension was not touched in the back, so this is what made it easier for us. Basically, we hit rear end first, and then the car slammed into the tire wall sideways, so this is why we have a bit of body damage to the front, but fortunately, the hit was mostly done here. So my guys with hammers and fists basically fixed the doors. Everything works fine. The quarter was brought back so it clears the tires, and we had to do a homemade tail lamp, and the rest of the car is straight. We put it on the scales and nothing was out of alignment or out of weight. So I guess we're ready to go. We'll see what we can do.
Talk to fast wheels and see what they can do. We're not gonna catch anybody. Like, what the fuck?
Carl, we just talked to the Hyundai, try to let you by, but I don't know will he do it, okay? What the f is he doing? He's backing me into the Mini. Keeps leaving the door open and then closing it at the corner.
I had a bit of a moment there with the Tiburon. It's a little frustrating because you've got the top 4 touring class cars, which are the slower of our 2 classes, coming up on a super touring car, which is, it's not racing against anybody, he's off by himself, and he kind of sees an opportunity to race with us. But what really happens is that screws up the race for the 4 of us that are really battling for first.
I could understand. I was going through the same thing, but I wasn't panicking yet because I didn't have like, if anything, he drove a much better race than I did, right? I mean, I just had a wicked start and I got away, but he had to deal with that mess.
When he gets in the middle of that mix, what happens is then the lead guy, in our case, Anthony, he sort of gets by and gets away, and then the next guy, which was me, gets backed into the guys who are coming up for position.
You can have a temper in the car. You can, no matter how much somebody pisses you off, no matter how stupid somebody is.
He's totally me up.
That's the worst thing to bring to a track. It's the worst thing to bring inside a car.
He might be pissed because I gave him a good rump. I felt like turning him in 10, but I didn't. I gave him a good shot, and he doesn't want to understand. That kind of shit is uncalled for.
We'll manage that over the next few races, and I'm hoping we can do that without having to knock on anybody's back door to get them out of the way.
I don't know what the else to say, buddy.
So I was listening to your radio.
Yeah.
Yesterday during the race.
Oh shit. Tight, close-knit competition, good racing, aggressive.
You see touring cars, little Civics and BMWs going around tight corners just as fast as a Viper GT.
Side by side, door to door, so it's getting interesting.
Some of the best racing in North America.